Breaking news, my yummy jelly donut. There is news that just came in. Blackrock have just filed for a Bitcoin ETF, which is shocking me right now, considering Blackrock are the most evil shadow people in the world, the public front for the most powerful institutions out there to basically sap off the whole world. I'm very shocked right now. I can't even believe I'm writing this. Dare I say, is this some sort of white swan signal that we may get? I'm here to reiterate to you, don't worry, I got you covered. We really don't know what's going on anymore. And that's the funny part. Anymore, we never knew what was going on, baby dolls. Blackrock are literally the most powerful, shadow-rich institution in the world. The public sphere. BlackRock have $9 to $10 trillion of all the American 401k, all your superannuation type money. They have all the power. They basically have a giant voting governance right on every single stock in America. One of the biggest holders. So this can only tell me one thing. To be honest, I believe BlackRock's Bitcoin bags, they are packed. The insiders are packed. They're ready. And they're ready to dump on the Jim Cramer audience at the big top. I'm going to remain skeptical, but I'm telling you, I'm scratching my head here. I'm scratching my little skull, my peanut brain, and the little salt crystal rolling around in there thinking, what is going on? This is actually real. And it literally just came in 120 seconds ago. BlackRock, I've been tweeting about him recently. So Larry Fink, he is the head of BlackRock. And I want you to know, he's one of the most powerful shadow men in the world. This dude, when you hear him speak, he's got a bit of a lisp, but don't be fooled. This guy is probably a lizard dude. I don't know. Something's going on here, friends. So he's the head of BlackRock. He has immense power, trillions of dollars of capital. Larry, I reported recently, he's saying crypto tokens are the future. Coincidentally, this was coming out at the same time that the SEC were trying to clamp down and destroy everybody, with Gary Gensler going, hucksters, fraudsters, Ponzi schemes. So Garbage Gensler himself throwing out the damage, while Larry Fink, he's saying, yeah, Bitcoin, crypto tokens. So here I am to report to you, this is when it was happening. The SEC was banning us. I'm saying these are confusing, mixed signals. And I already know Larry is giga long already. So he's talking about tokens and token generations and the new generation of people coming in and real world assets. This is the lifeblood of the future of crypto onboarding the world. It's actually fascinating to see this. I can't believe we're witnessing this. You see, I've always believed we are in the hope and disbelief phase. Everybody still thinks we're in a depression, capitulation, etc. But if you were around in the last bear market, you'll know it's a hope and disbelief cycle repeated. And I'm going to explain to you what that is. So you had this Tether FUD. I already reported to you on the Tether FUD. You can already see, whoop, it just starts zipping back up. See, everybody's going to keep trying to take on Tether. For some reason, Tether's actually legit, friends. I'm sorry. I mean, they tried to take and redeem $14 billion of Tether. They took every single dollar. They put it in everyone's bank account. No problems, no issues. Everybody's taking the free arm. You want to keep attacking it? You're giving away money. That's just how it is. All right? And yes, it was $14 billion during the midst of the Three Arrows Capital, Celsius, and the Lunar destruction back in June of 2022. Fascinating stuff to see. So these are the bullish undertones coming. You know, we can even have a look. Bitcoin itself. So when you hear these news, don't think, well, you know, we're not going up on the 1 minute chart. So what's going on here? You know, you can have a look at the 1 minute chart. Oh, wow, we're not going up. Like, don't worry about this. Don't look at this. I always put you on a weekly time frame. Okay. Now, if you're wondering what these are the super trend. The super trend just basically gets 3 times the ATR by default distance, and the ATR is the average true range. So it just says, hey, what's 3 times the average range? When you cross it one way, it establishes a trend. We crossed this back in January of this year, and now we're still above it. You can actually see back, if you go back to the 2015 Mt. Gox Ponzi collapse cycle, we actually never closed back under it. It was just a staircase to heaven. It went up, did 100x. So, I mean, look, we're hoping we're kind of in this phase, right? This phase is the Bitcoin halving run. So we're hoping we're kind of like here, because this would be beautiful, friends, because if we're actually here, that means the believers keep DCA buying and we don't really care. about whether we're going down or not. We just believe, because that's it. You know, we're peanut brains. You got your fluffy socks on. You got your pointy elbows. You're sitting on a squeaky chair. You're drinking your ice cubes and your orange juice. We are just DCA buying or continuing to hold. But everybody believed back then in 2015, like, I'm going to get the lower bottom. What if it never comes? They all think the next move is minus 50%. But what if the next move is actually plus 50%? And don't think they're going to buy. Don't think they're going to buy, friends. Let me put you on a regular chart. I just want to show you. Look at this. I want you to focus on the right-hand side. So you see this part. You see this part here? Have a look at that. So everybody thinks, oh, now we're coming down so they can buy back. But look what actually is the next move. This is the Bitcoin halving run. And suddenly, it's actually running away from you. That's what we're hoping, praying, coping. That's what we're hoping happens right now. Perhaps some sort of poopy McPoops, and then we come into the Bitcoin halving. Maybe. Who knows? Left, down, upright. Keep doing your handstands, baby dolls. We're going to make it. This is very interesting to see. If you want to know how deep the insiders are at Blackrock, look at this. I was talking about the FTX Ponzi back in November 10th of 2022. Do you remember a month of November? Do you remember a year, 2022? This was the FTX low. Here I am reporting. Here I am telling you. Blackrock Capital was part of the FTX ICO. Soy Bankman-Fried, the queen soy drinker herself, he even onboarded Tom Brady, Paul Tudor Jones, big insiders, people who would get him deep connections. So he knew, okay? He knew to give it to BlackRock. He gave them an allocation to the company so they can have their dirty hands, their tentacles in, so they could get all of America and basically just spy on everyone, see what you're doing, see what you're playing with today, sitting in your bedroom, okay? So this is interesting, okay? So yes, the insiders, they know who to bribe. They know what to do. So you have all these bullish undertone, but nobody sees it as bullish because everyone's just thinking about the SEC FUD, the Tether teabagging FUD. But, you know, there's so many things going on. You just got to believe. Look, this is the Truflation data. US Truflation is a measure of real inflation out there by independent data sources, not the government. It's not the government. People decided to go around the US government statistic collection and how they fudge it. And what they decided to do was they collected it themselves. They do the independent surveys. They go out and they see how much is actually the price is moving up or down. And look at the number, 2.34%. US government reported rate, 4%. So this is a clue as to where interest rates might be going in the future. So they've said that they're going to, we might hike rates in the future. That's a load of baloney. US inflation is dropping like a rock because of the US power dominance all around the world. And the CPI is going to keep removing the big data from 12 months ago. As we move on to the next month, it's going to keep dropping like a rock. The next number is going to be in the 3s and then the 2s, and they're going to declare victory. So this is insane, okay? The rate is falling like a potato. Yes, we do provide the potato emojis here. Confirm our friendship in the comment section if you identify what this potato is. This interest rate is way too high, friends. It's 5.25%. It's a load of baloney. I know what they're doing. They are trying to kill crypto. They're trying to move all the demand back to the US dollar. But let me tell you, they can put rates as high as they want. Everybody is still poor. Everybody wants to participate in the crypto casino. You're not going to make it with 4 or 5% yield every year. You're here, you try to make your 10x, your 1,000%. That's what the game is all about. We all know what's happening. CPI is going to keep dropping. Crypto markets, yeah, they can keep pooping around, but look at this bullish undertone and nobody can think straight because the candles are red. So when we see this, we're just going to have an appreciation. Now we're seeing this Bitcoin spot ETF, BlackRock. Well, it makes all the sense in the world. Of course, I would not be surprised if BlackRock actually get it. They're going to give it to BlackRock. They're not going to give it to anybody else. BlackRock are the insiders. They got all the money. They're going to do it. And don't forget, perhaps in the future, that's going to be the top signal, wherever it may land. So I'm going to draw our rectangle of friendship somewhere in 2025 to 2026. Perhaps somewhere in this bracket, there might be a Bitcoin spot ETF finally approved. And it might be somewhere like gadonk right there. And that might actually be the top. So that would be the best case scenario because That is the equivalent of the CME futures launch. I want to take you back to a year. Do you remember there was a year, 2017? Maybe you were existing back then and breathing with your cute little fluffy slippers existing back then. Back here, the very, very top was CME futures launch for Bitcoin. It allowed everybody to short Bitcoin. It was the big event going mainstream, and that was literally the top on the day. Destruction. Everything destruction after that. So the key would be if they actually gave us the Bitcoin spot ETF in 2025 at some point, because it would be the biggest trap of all time, because everybody would believe that it's only just getting started. Because they say, oh, now that the Bitcoin spot ETF is here, mums and dads, and ducks of course, can now purchase Bitcoin using the stock ticker. They're buying spot Bitcoin. It's a black hole. It keeps absorbing Bitcoin. It's literally buy only. And everybody's going to believe that this will just be the very beginning of all the great things and the next leg is going to be higher. But actually, more than likely, this Bitcoin spot ETF would have been priced in already. And that would be the gadonkadonk, the kaboosh time. Very unfortunate, but hey, that's what it is. So now we're hearing these whispers, these murmurs. Bitcoin spot ETF, Blackrock, they're going to make our job really hard if they actually approve this ETF somewhere in 2024, because it's going to be too early to time it, but also we're going to know, this is a bit of a top signal. So it's going to be very rough to deal with. We don't know when it's going to come, but hey, the talks are all you need. You just need them to start talking about it. That's it. Once you start talking about it, people forget that all the FUD and everything else is going on. Right? So I'm just going to quickly bring you the Wall Street cheat sheet, what I think is still going on. So when it comes to this, many people, everybody, no one knows where they are, right? This is the best part. You can tell you're in disbelief because, so this disbelief is also a down part, and disbelief is down part, okay? You can tell you're in disbelief because nobody can agree where we are. No one. Not even close. There are some people saying we are in this zone. People believe we're still in anger. I know a lot of people still believe we're in depression. I know other people still believe this is a denial rally. I'm not even joking. So there's so much discrepancy. Depression, anger, capitulation. Where are we? Where are we? So you can see no one even believes. So it would be fantastic if this disbelief rally just somehow we just get through this and we just continue to move on. And everyone's like, what? How did we go up? This makes no sense. This is what happens during this time. During these times, you only win by having blind faith. That's it. There's no, I'm going to buy the supermassive dip. I'm going to wait for some sort of news. The people who play that game get wrecked. Wrecked. Patience is key, but only when you're talking about your exit. Patience with your bids and everything here. Yeah, you can leave them along all you want, but hey, now you're gambling, right? I'll tell you right now, you are literally gambling, using the G word, because, okay, what everyone thinks is, this is what everyone thinks. So if I take you back to here, I take you back to the 2019 to 2020 bear market. Everyone thinks, see how we went up here? Everyone now believes in their heart that we're going to get a down move, a vicious down move, so they can buy back. But what they're discounting is this. The move that we used, that Bitcoin did to go up, was super aggressive. It was the plus token Ponzi. It was super massive. Okay, we had a huge actual phenomenal run that just would not come down for 4 or 5 months. And then we paid the price for it later. We did not have that this year. We just had this little poopy McPoop rally, and now everyone thinks, all the meme coins, everything we're coming down. That's what everyone thinks. If you go back to the first chart I showed you with Bitcoin in 2015, this bear market, it was just a slow grind up, and then we were just ready to go for the next Bitcoin halving, and then just a slow grind up again. So now you are gambling on, you don't know the outcome, 2 different worlds. So I've already packed my bags. I'm continuing a DCA in all our favorite altcoins because I've been obliterated with the SEC FUD, but time's running out. You have to decide yourself how you want to play this if you have anything left on the sidelines. All I can tell you is this. Telegram, Discord, all social media, people are enjoying being in stablecoins right now. So when I see something like BlackRock talking about Bitcoin ETFs, I'm thinking, okay, something's going on here. Something as yummy as our friendship. Like, subscribe, bell button, all. I'll catch you in the next one.